Good evening, you're watching News Today at 9 p.m. I'm Preeti Choudhry. Our big talking points this evening: Arvind Kejriwal releases a 15-point guarantee. The Aam Aadmi Party releases its manifesto. Will freebies decide the Delhi election? If the middle class swayed by the freebies? All of that coming up over the course of the next 40 minutes. And the Prime Minister has dialed the 47th President of the United States of America. That's the news that we are breaking. Prime Minister Modi has spoken with US President Donald Trump, congratulating Trump on the second term, stating that India is committed to a mutually beneficial partnership. Prime Minister Modi also said in his communication that he, as the leader of India, is committed to global peace and security. These are some of the top points that the Prime Minister touched upon on his first conversation after President Trump took oath as the 47th President of the United States of America. All right, let's get down to the big story today, and that has come in from the national capital. The countdown to Delhi's grand finale has begun with less than a week left for the capital to vote, and it's raining sops this election season. Arvind Kejriwal aims to woo women and the youth with his 15 guarantees released in the manifesto of the Aam Aadmi Party. However, in midst of all of this, the vandalism of an Ambedkar statue in Punjab, Amritsar, has put the Aam Aadmi Party on the back foot with the BJP and the Congress claiming an insult to the Dalit icon under Aam Aadmi Party's governance. Mind you, viewers, the Dalit vote in Delhi at about 16% impacts about 12 seats. 12 are reserved seats in itself. So the count is actually more than 12.
तो मेरे साथ दोनों हाथ उठाइए, विजय के संकल्प की मुट्ठी भींचकर बोलिए, आदरणीय राहुल गांधी जी, कार्यकर्ताओं का अभिवादन.
With just over a week to go for Delhi to cast the ballot, Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal released the party's 15 guarantees in the capital. Promising employment opportunities, rupees 2,100 to every woman, health treatment to all citizens above 60 years of age under the Sanjeevani Yojana. Kejriwal also vowed to waive off false water bills and ensure 24 hours water supply to residents. The former chief minister also promised roads as per European standards and vowed to clean up the Yamuna. For students, AAP promises free bus travel and a 50% metro concession. Kejriwal also officially announced that every priest and granthi will get 18,000 rupees a month.
तो सबसे पहली है रोजगार की गारंटी. दूसरी गारंटी है महिला सम्मान योजना. तीसरी गारंटी है संजीवनी योजना कि हमारे बुजुर्ग 60 साल से ऊपर होने पे उनको ये चिंता सताती है कि बीमार हो गए तो क्या होगा, चाहे उसे ये सरकारी अस्पताल में कराना पड़े चाहे प्राइवेट इलाज अस्पताल में कराना पड़े, उसका सारा खर्चा दिल्ली सरकार देगी.
The opposition mocked Kejriwal's guarantees, claiming his guarantees are a lie.
रोज नई घोषणा, रोज नए झूठ, रोज नए वायदे. इनके किसी भी प्रचार प्रसार में इन्होंने काम क्या किया है 11 साल में? क्या काम गरीबों के लिए किया, किसानों के लिए किया, बुजुर्गों के लिए किया, महिलाओं के लिए किया? वो 11 साल में कोई काम नहीं बता रहे. मैं करूंगा 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 करते जा रहे हैं. दिल्ली की जनता कब तक सहन करेगी, कब तक वो विश्वास करेगी?
Meanwhile, a fresh Ambedkar flashpoint erupted. On January 26, an Ambedkar statue was vandalized in Amritsar. While the Punjab government has condemned it and arrested the accused, the BJP is accusing Kejriwal of insulting the Dalit icon.
इन्होंने कहा था उप मुख्यमंत्री बनाएंगे, नहीं बनाया. राज्यसभा में एक भी दलित सांसद नहीं बनाया. दो इनके दलित मंत्रियों ने इस्तीफा दिया कि ये लोग आम आदमी पार्टी की सोच दलित विरोधी है. और यही नहीं, इन्होंने 500 बच्चों को 5 सालों में विदेश में पढ़ने के लिए भेजना था. दलित समाज के 5 बच्चों को भी नहीं भेजा है.
And its own India ally, the Congress, is questioning if Arvind Kejriwal is anti-national.
क्या देश के खिलाफ चलते हैं चाल केजरीवाल? क्या सत्ता की भूख मिटाने के लिए देश को धोखा दे रहे हैं केजरीवाल? सचमुच में क्या तुम देशद्रोही हो? सचमुच में क्या तुम खलनायक हो? क्या नायक का सिर्फ मुखौटा हो?
Clearly, the three-way fight for the national capital is escalating. Bureau Report, India Today.
And the big questions that we're asking this evening, the battle of guarantees on in Delhi, ultimately will it just come down to the freebies? Call it what you may, welfare schemes, reverie, ultimately these are direct cash transfers, and will the middle class be swayed by these freebies? How big a factor is Hindutva in all of this, and what is the top election issue? All of that. Let's take it to our panelists this evening. Joining me, Amitabh Tiwari, political strategist, Shama Mohammed, Congress spokesperson, R.P. Singh, spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party, and Jasmine Shah, spokesperson, the Aam Aadmi Party. I'd like to begin with Amitabh Tiwari. Amitabh Tiwari, today you had Arvind Kejriwal come up with the final manifesto of the Aam Aadmi Party with a slew of freebies other than just the direct cash transfer, aimed directly at the youth, at the women. It worked for him when it came down to 2020. This time around, it's competitive. You know, you take away the party name, all three manifestos practically look the same.
Yeah, so essentially, first of all, freebies or these social welfare programs or promises may not be the key voting consideration of all the voters. It would be the voting consideration of a big chunk of voters. Now, as you said, most of the parties have promised similar kind of freebies or doles. So this makes the voter a bit confused. So how does a voter evaluate these freebies? First and foremost is the credibility of the leader who is making these promises. Now here we see brand Kejriwal pitted against brand Modi. Both are credible leaders in their own right. PM Modi still leads the prime ministerial ratings, and Arvind Kejriwal leads the chief ministerial ratings in Delhi. Then the voter would evaluate the track record of the government or the parties who are making these promises. Here again, while Modi has delivered at the national level and across many states, Kejriwal has delivered in Delhi. However, a bit of caution here is that the Kejriwal's first tenure, the level of implementation was much higher. In the second tenure, he himself has admitted that some of the promises have not been fulfilled. And for a minuscule population, it will also be, and you have covered many seats wherein the urban or the middle class population is high. What is the impact of these freebies on the state's finances? That is also being discussed in Delhi. So these three are the key parameters which will be evaluated by the voter.
You know, what we're going to do is, before I bring in Jasmine Shah, let's quickly dip into what Arvind Kejriwal said on why today, in fact, he couldn't fulfill his promises in the last term. Listen in.
2020 में मैंने कहा था हर घर में 24 घंटे पानी का इंतजाम करेंगे और साफ पानी का इंतजाम करेंगे। हमने कहा था यमुना साफ करेंगे। हमने कहा था दिल्ली की सड़कों को यूरोपियन स्टैंडर्ड का बनाएंगे, इतनी साफ सुथरी और शानदार सड़कें बनाएंगे कि कोई भी आए तो देखे भाई हाँ दिल्ली देश की राजधानी है, अच्छी लगती है, सुंदर लगती है। ये 3 गारंटी मैंने 2020 में दी थी। आज मैं सबके सामने कबूल कर रहा हूं कि ये 3 काम हम नहीं कर पाए पिछले 5 साल में। हमारी फरवरी 2020 में सरकार बनी, मार्च में कोरोना हो गया, 2.5 साल कोरोना चला, उसके बाद इन्होंने फर्जी जेल का खेल खेला हमारे साथ। कभी सतेंद्र जैन जेल में, कभी मनीष सिसोदिया जेल में, कभी संजय सिंह जेल में। मेरी सारी टीम बिखर गई। अब हम सारे जेल से बाहर आ गए, अपने पचड़ों से निपट लिए। अब ये तीनों चीजें हर दिल्ली वाले का भी सपना है और ये मेरा भी सपना है। व्यक्तिगत तौर पे मैं दिल्ली में ये तीनों काम होते हुए देखना चाहता हूं। तो अगले 5 साल में ये तीनों काम हम पूरे करेंगे।
All right, so that was what Arvind Kejriwal gave an excuse for his failure to complete 3 of the promises that he had made, not just in 2020, in 2015. However, Amitabh Tiwari also touched on the middle class. It's really important to look at that number, viewers, especially when it comes down to the statistics. 53% of the middle class voted for the Aam Aadmi Party in 2020. At about, the number was higher in 2015. The same middle class votes for the BJP where it comes down to the general elections. Now, will this middle class stick? And before I bring in Jasmine Shah into the conversation, one of the key campaign of the Bharatiya Janata Party, the campaign points of the Bharatiya Janata Party is the Sheesh Mahal and corruption, directly aimed at dissuading the middle class from voting for Arvind Kejriwal. Listen in to Amit Shah, who brought up once again charges of corruption and excessive spending on the Chief Minister's house.
उन्होंने कहा हम गाड़ी घोड़ा नहीं लेंगे, गाड़ियां ले ली। उन्होंने कहा सिक्योरिटी नहीं लेंगे, सिक्योरिटी भी ले ली। उन्होंने कहा था हम सरकारी बंगला भी नहीं लेंगे। और भाइयों बहनों, इतना बड़ा 51 करोड़ का शीश महल बनाया, 4 बंगले तोड़कर 1 बंगला बनाने का काम एक केजरीवाल जी ने किया। मैंने केजरीवाल जी को कहा, मगर मेरी मानते नहीं। मैंने उनको कहा भैया, दिल्ली वालों के नसीब में शीश महल तो नहीं है, मगर सबको एक एक चाय तो वहां पिला दो, तो का आपका घर भी तनिक देख ले। मगर उन्होंने कभी नहीं बुलाया।
Delhi is very different than other states, primarily, viewers, because while every state when goes to election, the entire conversation, political dynamics revolve around the caste factor. In Delhi, class cuts caste, and we've seen it in every possible election. And Jasmine Shah, that's why I want to bring you in, and I want to give out some figures on the middle class in Delhi, which primarily comes a middle class which earns per household 4 lakhs to about 30 lakhs is the category on what would possibly define the middle class. 67% of Delhi is the middle class, Jasmine Shah. And this is that vulnerable class which is a floating voter for you, because this class votes directly the Bharatiya Janata Party come the Lok Sabha election and then turns around and votes for you during Vidhan Sabha elections. They usually are not the ones who partake too much where the freebies are concerned. But charges of corruption, the taint of spending excessively on what the BJP calls your Sheesh Mahal, will it impact the middle class?
Absolutely not, Preeti, because these are only issues for BJP and its leaders. After today's manifesto, Preeti, one thing has become very clear, that the voters of Delhi fundamentally have 2 models of governance to choose between. On one end is the BJP model of governance, where their only priority is to give away huge amounts of government money to their billionaire friends. In the last 5 years itself, 10 lakh crores of loans have been written off by the BJP government at the center. Huge corporate tax cuts given to all the big businesses. But ask them, what will you do for schools and hospitals? They are saying, hum sarkari school mein muft shiksha band kar denge. They are saying, we will shut down the mohalla clinics. They have still not said whether they will give free electricity or not, which means that they are going to shut down the free electricity, free water, which means all the taxpayers' money, which the Aam Aadmi Party, by the way, the second model is the Aam Aadmi Party model, where we are saying that the government's money, the taxpayers' money should be spent on the taxpayers. We are committing to give free and quality education, healthcare, free bijli, free pani, free bus rides. We've added a few more schemes to it. Net, Preeti, we even calculated that because of all the AAP schemes already being implemented, an average middle class family in Delhi benefits to the tune of 25,000 rupees per month. Ask the BJP, what are you going to give the people of Delhi? They have no answer. They have no vision. They have no narrative. Always and always, subah sham, they will only keep cursing Arvind Kejriwal. And that is the 2 models of development that the people of Delhi are seeing. And they ultimately want a government that has a vision and at the same time has the sensitivity to know that there is runaway inflation. You need a government that cares for the people. But BJP today doesn't seem to be doing this anywhere in the country. Right. And when it comes to Delhi, Preeti, one more thing. People of Delhi also know that law and order came under the BJP. What do they have to say? Rather than admitting, at least we have the courage and honesty to say that out of many things that we have done, 2 or 3 things we have not been able to complete, and we will finish it. Ask BJP about law and order, they will say law and order is not even an issue. This is the kind of arrogance that they have, that they feel
I want to bring
that they are not even answerable to
Allow
the
me
people
to
of
bring
Delhi.
in
Why
RP
did they
Singh
fail
and
so
Shama Mohammed into
much
this
in law and order?
conversation. RP Singh, at one end, the BJP is going all out to attack the Aam Aadmi Party on corruption charges as well as what you call the Sheesh Mahal spending. On the other hand, the BJP realizes, RP Singh, and correct me if I'm wrong, that the freebies, revdi, welfare schemes, whatever you might call it, offered by the Aam Aadmi Party government are actually working. That is why in every consecutive rally that any of your leaders are doing, the first thing, RP Singh, that they are saying is, we will continue all the schemes that are already in play in the national capital.
Thank you, Preeti, for putting the right thing, the complete issue, the right perspective also. Because Jasmine Shah just spewed lie. I mean, he just said that water will be stopped, free water will be stopped, free electricity will be stopped. He is not talking about that their leader has said that we will stop the free ration being given by the Prime Minister, 5 kg ration being given by the Prime Minister. That's their part of the scheme, that they will not allow that unless it has a stamp of Kejriwal on their backs. Or their leader has said they will ensure that their liquor policy will be back in Delhi, where there will be liquor vents outside each mohalla, each gurdwara, temple or schools. They will open the liquor shops again and allow one water with one bottle free. I mean, that's what their leaders are saying now. So people of Delhi will understand that, but thank you for correcting the complete thing, putting the thing in the right perspective. But fact is that let's talk about each one of the 15 promises they have made. Sanjeevani Yojana, part 3 of this promise that they have made today. Just a year back, I'll send you the clipping right now during the debate itself. He said treatment is free for everyone. इलाज सबके लिए free है. दिल्ली में कोई भी किसी अस्पताल में जाए, सरकारी में जाए, इलाज नहीं होगा तो प्राइवेट में इलाज करा ले. I mean, it was free for everyone. Now it has been confined to only 60 plus. So people who are less than 60 years of age, they will not be entitled for the free treatment in the government hospital. In the private hospital and the government hospital both. This what is scheme number 3. Scheme number 4. पानी के बिल गलत आ गए हैं तो हम उसको ठीक करें. अरे वो पानी के बिल गलत आई क्यों भाई? I mean, why wrong bills have been sent? You promised free water, and one side you are saying you promised free water, inside other side you are saying पानी के बिल गलत आ गए तो हम ठीक करेंगे. I mean, what is it, sir? I mean, you can't be contradicting yourself in your promises itself. Fourth, they said पुरानी घंटियों को पूरा करेंगे, and in that first is 24 घंटे पानी जाएंगे नल से. I give a challenge. They say free pani. Give me free pani. Not a single household in Delhi which is middle class doesn't have a water purifier, including mine, including yours, including Jasmine Shah, including everyone who's on panel. They would have a water purifier which costs something AMC of 4,500 rupees per annum, which is almost 15 rupees a day plus electricity, water wastage separate. And a poor man buys some bottle for 25 rupees to 50 rupees for 20 liters. I mean, that's what's water is free for Delhi. He has also admitted that he'll ensure that roads are better in the guarantee number 5. He said that he'll improve on the roads because he couldn't fill the potholes in city. Thank you for admitting that all 10 years you couldn't fill the potholes of city. Give me another 2 minutes, ma'am.
Ma'am, sir, I'll come to you. 10 seconds, I'll come to you in the second time. I'll circle back to you, but make your point. 10 seconds,
can
make your point.
Make one more?
Yes, please.
One more point left. One more point left. And I also said, Yamuna ji, we all know about, he has admitted on your channel itself. The most important point. He said,
Preeti, still has no answer for the law.
I'll come to you. I'll give equal time will be given.
I'll answer that also. I'm prepared to answer that also. So coming to Dr. Ambedkar scholarship scheme, they announced it some 4 or 5 years back and have put a lot of ads on that.
Okay.
Can you tell us how many beneficiaries from that scheme?
Okay.
Which they launched some
I'll
4 or 5
circle
years
back to all of that. I want to bring in Shama Mohammed. She's been patiently watching and listening in. But Shama Mohammed, I would have liked to play. While we played out the chunks of an Arvind Kejriwal. Sorry? Did you say something, Ms. Mohammed?
No, you started the debate at 9 o'clock. It's 9:20 now. It takes 20 minutes to speak for the first time in Preeti's debate, which never happened in her entire career with me. It's 9:20. Is this how you're treating the Congress
Dr.
party?
Mohammed, we went to breaking news. And sometimes
Sir,
I would have taken you first.
I mean, I've never seen Preeti behave like this.
Dr. Sharma Mohammed, I would have taken you first. I would have taken you first if...
the opportunity.
Allow me to ask you a question and allow me to also tell you why you're coming in last in the political debate. It completely, only the opportunity is given on the space that a political party acquires in a particular state and city. And whether you like it or not, the Congress is on number 3 right now. Therefore, I'm coming to you.
I'm not talking about coming to me last. I'm not talking about you coming to me last. I'm talking about when you start a debate, you give 3 minutes to everybody.
I'll give you 3 minutes, ma'am. If you don't have this interlude, I would have given
3 minutes. Not after 20 minutes. It doesn't work like that. I'm a senior spokesperson. You can't just make me wait for 20 minutes.
Dr. Mohammed, the fact is, this is how sometimes the debates are run.
Don't treat the Congress party like this.
Nobody's treating you like anything. Why do you have a persecution complex? Like I said, I've come to you third. There was breaking news. Allow me to ask you a question and I'll give you your time. The question that I ask you, Sharma Mohammed, we used what Amit Shah said, we used what Arvind Kejriwal had said, and I'm breaking away from what our topic is, would have liked to use something which a senior leader from the Congress has said. The most senior leader, Dr. Mohammed, we found was Mr. Ajay Maken, who we used in the setup story. The question again, yes, are you not offering the same number of guarantees, freebies, call it what you may? You are, because it looks exactly the same. But who are the people fronting it? The big question comes in, Dr. Mohammed, where is Rahul Gandhi? He was supposed to start his campaign 4 days ago. Where is your party president, Mr. Kharge? He could have been a great Dalit face. Where is Priyanka Gandhi, ma'am?
Okay, first and foremost, I'm going to start with the arrogance of the AAP spokesperson here. He says there are 2 parties he's talking about. So that itself shows Arvind Kejriwal's arrogance. Number 2, Arvind Kejriwal over here speaks as if he is in the opposition. He plays the victim card and says, you know what, I did not get time in the last 5 years to build roads, to clean up the Yamuna, to get you this, get you that. But he had all the time, all the money to build the Sheesh Mahal. For that, there is no excuse. But when he has to give excuse, he gives this victim card excuse. Number 2, very important, he promises 2,100 and says, as soon as my government comes back, I will give this to the women. Hemant Soren, being in power last year, gave it before he came back to power. That is a promise which was kept. Why is Arvind Kejriwal not giving the 2,100 now? Why is he speaking as if it was the Congress or the BJP in power for the last 10 years? Shame on him. Now let me talk about our guarantees. Our guarantees are few. We have put in 5 guarantees. That is what, 300 units? Less than 300 units, it's free electricity. We will give gas cylinders to the poor at 500. We will give 25 lakh insurance, health insurance. We will give 2,500 in women's khate. And we'll also give unemployed young men 8,500 rupees the first year. These are the same promises we made, most of them, in Karnataka, in Telangana, and also a few others in Himachal. And we've kept our promise. That's what I can tell you. And we were not in power there. We were in the opposition. We came and kept in power. Now, you have to look at Arvind Kejriwal's guarantees. I will read it out. 2,100 to women, free health care in government hospitals, promise of 10 lakh life insurance, 5 lakh accident insurance, more than 5.3 lakh total now eligible benefits. It goes as if they are in opposition. So this is ridiculous. This itself shows that these are freebies which they will never keep their word on. Now the Bharatiya Janata Party, in the Ladli Behna scheme in Maharashtra, they have removed 60 lakh of women out of it. This is what the Bharatiya Janata Party is all about. So there are 2 people, 2 of them, one is Arvind Kejriwal and the other side the Bharatiya Janata Party with Mr. Modi. They have been doing tutu meme for the last 10 years.
Okay.
The MCD does not function sometimes. The DDA is not functioning the other times. You should see how bad the traffic in Delhi is. That comes under the central government. Look at garbage strewn all over South Delhi. The pollution. Children cannot go for sport for at least 4 to 5 months in Delhi. Small children are dying of asthma and lung diseases. What is happening in Delhi? I cannot live in Delhi. You cannot live in Delhi. And Arvind Kejriwal has the audacity to say, this is what I've done to Delhi.
All right, ma'am, you've spoken
Look
for
what
over 3 minutes.
Congress has done in 15 years.
Okay.
You are nowhere there.
All right.
And stop your arrogance and not putting us in there. Jasmine Shah.
All right, I'm going to circle
behavior.
back to you. Okay, Dr. Mohammed, I'm going to circle back to you because you've spoken for 3.5 minutes, but you've not addressed my question. But I guess that's the nature of debates nowadays, because something which our political analysts had touched on right on top. Everyone's offering freebies. It depends who is the face and how trustworthy the voters find that face. On one hand, you have an Arvind Kejriwal. On the other hand, you have Modi on the ticket. Now, the Congress right now, everyone thought, and I'll bring in Amitabh Tiwari into this conversation, that you had Rahul Gandhi on that ticket when he came in with that rally in Selampur, then he went to Rithala, and then suddenly you don't find the top Congress leadership. And Amitabh, to get you in on that, when you're offering freebies, how important would you... I'll come back to you, ma'am. Allow me to bring in everyone again. So how important is that person?
Rahul Gandhi was unwell, that's why he has not campaigned.
Ma'am, there is also, there are plenty, and we can go into the fact that where is Miss Priyanka Gandhi, where is Mr. Kharge, he could have been face of the Dalit vote, where is the likes of Mr. Pilot, you could have fielded him in the Gujar constituencies. This debate can go on.
The campaign.
I'll come
tomorrow.
back.
Tomorrow you will see Rahul Gandhi.
Great. I'll come back. So therefore, Amitabh Tiwari, to get you back into this conversation, now it's going to be on the voters, on who they trust most, because in terms of freebies, it's equal for all. And I'll give the figures on how freebies have actually become the fulcrum, because the voters have become transactional. We'll give the figures out on how in the state of Maharashtra, you have the voters who are gravitating towards the BJP and the Shiv Sena-led alliance, primarily at the back of the Ladki Bahin Yojana. So Amitabh Tiwari, when you have everyone who's offering similar schemes, does the advantage lie with the incumbent?
See, what happens is that when you break the populace into poor and lower socio-economic class, middle class and the rich class, the loyalty index of the poor and lower socio-economic class voters is high. As you move up the chain, the loyalty of the voters declines. So the poor, who are the beneficiaries of these schemes, whether be it Modi in the central government or Kejriwal in the state government, they tend to have a higher propensity or tendency to stick with the incumbent governments, because they've seen that they have benefited from a free bijli, a pani, schools, mohalla clinics, free bus travel, etc., etc. Now, but since the number of people who belong to the middle class, now you are showing a figure of 67% in Delhi, correct? Now, that's largely middle class plus the rich class. But there also, there is a big band from 5 lakhs to 30 lakhs is the band. So here also the lower middle class is a beneficiary of some of the schemes. Free bus travel, at least a reduced power bill because there is subsidy above 200 units of power, and water. So their stickiness also could increase with the incumbent government. It is the upper middle class and the rich class who are not really beneficiaries, but swing between Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP between elections. And here is where the face matters, as you've said. Because now both are big leaders, but we have to see whether the corruption allegations have made some dent.
The corruption or the Sheesh Mahal allegations, will they stick? Jasmine Shah, right. Jasmine Shah, you have a number of questions posed not just by the BJP spokesperson as well as the Congress spokesperson. And there is, meat in that, because if you do look at the sheer fact, the question that Dr. Mohammed also posed, that you could have given this direct cash transfer earlier. You chose to give it right in the end. The model code of conduct kicked in where you pretended to register women voters, knowing very well you wouldn't even be able to give them the first traction of money.
Preeti, I think the people of Delhi know that what Arvind Kejriwal has done for them in the last 10 years, no government in the history of India, even in a full state, although Delhi is a half state, no government even in a full state has done. In the last 10 years, everybody knows that the face of government schools has been transformed. Today, our children are graduating and going to IIT, JEE and clearing NEET examinations. Children are going abroad, to study French. We are performing better than private schools. In Mohalla clinics, more than 2 crore patients are visiting Mohalla clinics. All these works have happened. So whatever other works are pending or were done, in this case, the Mahila Samman scheme, you're aware, the cabinet has actually approved it. It's been passed. 1,000 rupees is already, the process is in motion. We have said, and today Mr. Kejriwal signed a guarantee that the first thing that he will implement immediately after becoming the CM for the 4th time is to pass the Mahila Samman scheme for 2,100 rupees. And the credibility and the face is what differentiates all these promises of Aam Aadmi Party versus Congress and BJP. Ask them who is their leader, who is their face, who should the people of Delhi trust in. They have no face. They have just they just rant Kejriwal, subah sham, gali dete rehte hain. And I would say Congress is no different from the BJP. But ask them their own vision for Delhi, they go silent. They just keep cursing. And I asked the BJP, RP Singh, as to what have you done for the people of Delhi? Even the master plan, DDA comes under BJP. 2021, they were supposed to come out with master plan. Supreme Court has wrapped the BJP center again and again. It's 2025, still there is no master plan. There's no plan for how will you fix law and order. Why should the people of Delhi believe in BJP? At least in Mr. Kejriwal, they have a tried and tested and a credible face and an honest person who says that ek do kaam jo reh gaye wo kar lenge aage bhi. Lekin nobody can ignore that shiksha, swas, bijli, pani, public transport. The face of all these services has been transformed in the last 10 years.
And, one thing, RP Singh, you will admit that this is a referendum election, both for or against Arvind Kejriwal. The question that is being posed is, has the BJP been able to crack that code where Arvind Kejriwal is concerned? Because usual tropes, the word that I might use, don't really work where Delhi is concerned, which the BJP you can really bank on. Hindutva doesn't work. You bring in Yogi Adityanath, he speaks of everything else and hardly touches on on Hindutva. He doesn't use the batenge katenge line at all in Delhi.
Preeti, gentleman Jasmine Shah just spoke about the face. This is the face of the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi. As soon as Mr. Kejriwal is seen, this is what is reminded of to Delhiite. Oh, one bottle with bottle free. And they have admitted, their minister has admitted that they will implement the scheme again. So Delhi won't like to go for that excise scam again, or they will not like to. They have said we will implement the same excise policy again, and on that basis of that, they have contested Punjab, they have contested Gujarat and Goa elections also, and Uttarakhand elections also, on basis of money which they have earned through the backdoors of the scam. But coming to the issue, again I reiterate, what have they fulfilled in Delhi? Let's talk about that. As I said, 1.5 lakh children are dropped out every year. 9th and 11th, only to improve the result of 10th and 12th. These children have no future. Water, I just told you. What is the...
Still no vision for Delhi. Just by cursing Arvind Kejriwal, you're not going to...
Okay, Jasmine Shah, please allow... extend the same courtesy that you were extended. 30 seconds, 30 seconds RP Singh, and then I'll go to Dr. Mohammed.
Thank you. See, truth pinches. Bharat Mandapam, Yasho Bhumi, Eastern-Western Corridor, roads in Delhi, underpasses, flyovers, almost into to 68,000 crore rupees has been spent by the Prime Minister for Delhi. And also, out of the 7,200 buses, you have 1,900 buses.
Okay, can I just get RP Singh? Sir, make your point. Please make your point. Can I just get RP Singh?
1,900 out of 7,200 buses, 1,900 buses are provided by the Prime Minister Modi. The electric vehicles are being provided by the Prime Minister Modi. And also, the metro infrastructure, the 50% share is of the central government, and that too, Mr. Kejriwal was written to implement that also. The fourth part. Give me another second. But how can you forget the corruption part? Every vote which Delhiite, the poor class will vote, will lead to total seat of 12 lakh rupees in the Chief Minister's house.
Okay.
And that is right on the top of the mind of the people that we vote. Okay. And he enjoys the total seat.
Right. I want to bring in Dr. Mohammed, and I want to wrap this debate, because Dr. Mohammed, the fact is, somewhere down the line, is there at least an admittance that the Congress could have really come in for the kill at this point of time? This was, you were called primarily the team B of the BJP, but then, this is a vote bank which the Aam Aadmi Party stole from you. And your top brass not coming in, is a biggest disfavor that you do to your cadre and your local leadership?
See, our top brass is coming in. Tomorrow Rahul Gandhi is there doing a public meeting. I know about it. So it's not, and he was unwell. It's unfortunate. He was unwell for nearly a week, so we had issues. But having said that, I just want to correct Jasmine Shah. He did not even right now talk about the 2,100. He digressed from it because they lie. Then he says children from here are going to IIT and NEET and doing NEET exams. Can you show the evidence of the number of children who are in IIT and who have cleared NEET? No, they will not have, because they open their mouth and they start lying. That's the problem. You see, Delhi is the most polluted. Arvind Kejriwal should be given a medal for making Delhi the most polluted city in the world where nobody can live. That is what he would be given. And he says swast, he's saying all these things. Has he seen the garbage? Forget anywhere else in South Delhi. Please come. I will show you. I live in Delhi. Water price in here is double that of Maharashtra. Electricity is double that of Maharashtra. Of course, you take it from the middle class and us, the middle class, and then give it to the poor. That's what you're doing.
There's an end to lying.
So stop lying to the people of Delhi. It's the truth. I live. I'm telling you what I pay. So you can't tell it's a complete lie, Jasmine Shah. I'm not talking from anywhere else. I'm sitting in Delhi and talking. So stop lying to the people of Delhi and tell Arvind Kejriwal to stop playing the victim card. And you just said he signed something for 1,100 for women. He cannot sign anything. He has no permission from the Supreme Court. So again, you lie on national television. Stop lying. Tell Arvind Kejriwal to stop being a chameleon. You know, that's what he should stop being, and be honest to the people of India. That's what he's, a chameleon, and he'll keep lying and lying to the people of India and playing the victim card. He has to stop that.
All right, Jasmine Shah, there's been 10 seconds for a rebuttal to both, and then I'm going to close the show. 10 seconds, sir. You wanted to make a point. 10 seconds is what you have.
The sheer lies that Shama Mohammed has said on the show today, there is no end to it. 2,100 children have cleared IIT, JEE and NEET from Delhi government schools. Please Google, all your viewers, they will know the reality. An electricity bill for 400 units in Delhi is 950 rupees. It is 3,000 rupees in Bangalore, which is ruled by Congress. So this is the biggest liar party today on your show. Only because they cannot compete with Arvind Kejriwal, like BJP, they will try and curse him and spread all these falsehoods. 10 seconds,
RP Singh.
Well, I'll appreciate tomorrow itself or day after tomorrow, whenever you call, please, Jasmine Shah, get the list or send the list to Preeti. She'll send it to us.
I'll share numbers with the both of you. Please share it with each other. 10 seconds, Dr. Mohammed.
He has to bring out the list of the 2,500 children. What a liar, Jasmine Shah, you are.
Okay, allow me to end it. Amitabh Tiwari, I've run out of time. Apologies there. I think, you take it better than most political spokespersons. I'm going to end it there, but... it's the, the slog overs, viewers. It's the last 7 days, the last final week. And if political history in Delhi is to go by, the election only turns in the last 6-7 days. A lot can happen. Till now, it was rainbow and roses. The politicking will begin right now. Meanwhile, the spotlight also on certain constituencies. Earlier, I spoke to Aam Aadmi Party leader, Manish Sisodia. He spoke of why Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal announced Manish Sisodia as the deputy CM face if he wins the election. Political analysts, some BJP members also feel, is there trouble in Mr. Sisodia's constituency? Mr. Sisodia says none of it.
डेप्यूटी सीएम अनाउंस करना पड़ा कि अगर सरकार आती है तो मनीष सिसोदिया डेप्यूटी सीएम बनेंगे, इनको वोट करिए आपकी।
वो तो 2015 से कर रखा है।
मतलब वो तो आना ही था, वो तो इट वाज अ अनसेड थिंग आपके।
नहीं है, जब मैंने रिजाइन किया था और जब केजरीवाल जी ने रिजाइन किया था, इनफैक्ट जब हम जेल से बाहर आए थे, उसके बाद हमने दोनों ने कहा था कि सीएम और डिप्टी सीएम की कुर्सी पे तब बैठेंगे जब जनता दोबारा बिठाएगी। तो वो तो वहीं से तय हो गया था।
सुबह से सारे तमिलनाडु वालों से बैठ के बात करके
इस बार सीट आराम से निकलेगी, आप कह रहे हैं, और आप डेप्यूटी सीएम बनेंगे।
कंफर्टेबली मुझे लगता है जो पूरी दिल्ली में माहौल है वही जंगपुरा पे भी माहौल है। जंगपुरा में मैं जिन बस्तियों में जा रहा हूँ, जैसे हर बस्ती के पास एक कारण है, कोई ना कोई। मेरा पर्सनल अटैचमेंट भी है लोगों से, और पार्टी और केजरीवाल जी का तो जो ऑरा है वो है ही है। मैं जिस बस्ती में आया हूँ, यहाँ पहले तोड़ने आ गए थे लोग इसको काफी पहले, तो मैं यहाँ आया था, उनको भगाया था यहाँ से तोड़ने से। मैं सिद्धार्थ नगर, आश्रम, इन सब कॉलोनियों में जाता हूँ, किलोकरी गाँव में जाता हूँ। वहाँ मुझे रास्ते में बच्चे मिलते हैं, पेरेंट्स मिलते हैं कि जी हमारे तो बच्चे पढ़ रहे हैं, हम क्यों नहीं देंगे आपको वोट। 0 बिजली के बिल आ रहे हैं, फिर केजरीवाल जी ने कह दिया 2100 रुपये मिलेंगे हर महीने। तो ये सारी चीजें हैं जहां लोगों को लगता है इन्हीं की वजह से हमारी एक जिंदगी में जीने में आसानी हो रही है। 25,000 रुपये कम से कम हर महीने बचत हो रही है लोगों की। तो कहां से लाएंगे लोग 25,000 अगर बीजेपी को जिताएंगे तो?
आज जो बोला जी, तो पिछली बार जैसा नहीं होगा कि बिल्कुल ऑन राइट डाउन टू द वायर आ जाएगा काउंटिंग में। इस बार अच्छे से निकली जाएगी।
अच्छे से ही है, राइट टाइम डाउन टू द वायर भी अच्छे से ही होता है। जीत तो जीत होती है।
जीत तो जीत। आखिरी 2 सवाल मनीष जी, एक तो मुफ्त की रेवड़ी खाएंगे?
नहीं, ये मुफ्त की नहीं है, तो खरीदी हुई है।
ये वाली आपको कैसे पता? आपने तो मुफ्त की है।
नहीं, ये वाली रेवड़ी मुफ्त की नहीं होती। हाँ। अच्छी शिक्षा, हर बच्चे को अच्छी शिक्षा जब फ्री मिले वो मुफ्त की रेवड़ी है, वो हर एक को मिलनी चाहिए।
दूसरा सवाल देखिए, रेवड़ी मुफ्त की रेवड़ी तो सभी दे रहे हैं। अब ऐसा क्या डिफरेंस है आम आदमी पार्टी में, कांग्रेस में और बीजेपी में? मैनिफेस्टो तो एक लग रहा है।
आम आदमी पार्टी ओरिजिनल है। अच्छा। ये लोग कॉपी पेस्ट हैं। तो कॉपी पेस्ट को जनता क्यों पसंद करेगी जब ओरिजिनल अरविंद केजरीवाल सामने खड़े हुए हैं? उनको पता है कि केजरीवाल जी जो कहते हैं वो करके दिखाते हैं। बीजेपी वाले जो कहते हैं बाद में कह जाते हैं जुमला था। तो इनके लिए तो 2500 भी जुमला है। बोले केजरीवाल कह रहा था, हमने भी ऐसे कह दिया।
मनीष जी, गुड लक, बी द बेस्ट मैन विन। थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक यू सो मच। और रेवड़ी के लिए धन्यवाद। ये रेवड़ी है जनता में मुफ्त की रेवड़ी, अच्छी शिक्षा, अच्छे स्वास्थ्य के रूप में जाती रहेंगी।
देखते हैं किसकी रेवड़ी खाता है इस बार दिल्ली का निवासी। थैंक यू सो मच।
With that, it's a wrap on this edition of News Today, but we do leave you with these visuals. Well, Coldplay is the flavor of the season in India. After making a splash in Mumbai, then in Ahmedabad, the British band Coldplay ended its India tour on January 26 with a performance in Ahmedabad. After taking over the country with his voice, the singer has now reached Uttar Pradesh's Prayagraj. The international singer and his girlfriend, Hollywood actor Dakota Johnson, are expected to take a dip at the Sangam River during the Mahakumbh 2025. We leave you with these visuals. Enjoy. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Chris, please. Chris, क्या कहो? गाड़ी बढ़ा, हेलो।